Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of restoring a 79 Yamaha YZ 400. Today I'll be showing you how to take off all of the plastics, so stay tuned. So I will begin by taking off the side number plates, then I'll continue to take off the seat and the other plastics. So starting with the left side number plate, you'll want to remove these 3 Phillips right here. Then you'll be able to get off the side number plate. So let's get our Phillips screwdriver and remove the 3 Phillips. Once you get all of the 3 Phillips bolts out, under the seat, the side number plate has a lip that goes under the seat. So when you remove the side number plate, you want to lift up a little bit on the number plate and pull down, and you should remove the number plate. Once you get to the right side number plate, you'll want to remove the 6 Phillips bolts. Once you remove the 6 Phillips bolts on the number plate, you should be able to remove the right side number plate. So let's get our Phillips screwdriver again and remove the 6 Phillips. Remember, while removing the airbox cover, be careful of the lip under the seat and the Phillips hole right here by the kit starter. Be careful to go around the kit starter while pulling off the plastic. Once you remove the airbox cover, you should see where the air filter goes. After you get both side plates off, to remove the seat, on each side there is one 10mm bolt. So you want to get a 10mm wrench or a 10mm socket with the ratchet and remove the one 10mm bolt that are on both sides. While taking off the 10mm bolt that's under the seat on each side, on the back side of the bolt, you want to get another 10mm wrench for the nut on the back side of the bolt in order to remove it. Once you get the two 10mm under the seat off, you want to push the seat back a little bit because the seat has a lip that goes under a bracket. So you want to push the seat back a little bit, then lift up on it, and you should remove the seat. Once you get the seat off, on the gas tank you should see a rubber latch that should clamp down to here, but as you can tell, the rubber broke, so there's no latch in between to hold it down. So if there is a latch under here, you just pull up and off, then remove it down here. And then under the gas tank up front, there should be two 10mm bolts that you should remove. Then you should be able to take off the fuel tank. So as you can see now, under the gas tank right here, there's one 10mm bolt on each side that you'll need to remove in order to take off the fuel tank. So you want to get your 10mm wrench or socket with the ratchet and remove both of them. Now that we are on the right side of the bike, under the gas tank, you can see that there is another 10mm bolt that you should remove in order to take off the fuel tank. Once you get the rubber latch off and the two 10mm bolts off the gas tank, you'll also want to remove the fuel line from the gas tank. You do not have to disconnect the fuel line at the carburetor. You can also remove it at the petcock. Now that we have took off the fuel line at the petcock, removed the rubber latch under the seat, and took out the two 10mm bolts, you should be able to remove the fuel tank now. In order to remove the rear fender, there should be 4 bolts. There should be 1 on each side right here, and 2 up top. You'll have to remove the bolts from under the fender. So as you can see under the fender, there are the 4 bolts that you must remove in order to remove the rear fender. So let's get our 10mm wrench or socket and remove the bolts. Again, in order to remove the front fender, under the front fender there are 4 10mm bolts. So you want to get your 10mm wrench or socket with the ratchet and remove the bolts to remove the fender. So once you've got all the plastics off of the bike, in order to remove the pipe, you want to loosen up this one Phillips right here on the rubber mount and take off the two Phillips on the mounts right here and right here. Then in front of the engine, there'll be two springs holding on the pipe that you have to remove the two springs in order to get off the pipe. So let's get our Phillips and loosen up the Phillips. So once we've got the mount loose by loosening up the Phillips, now you want to loosen up the two 10mm bolts that's holding on the pipe to the frame. You might just want to loosen up the two 10mm bolts, but leave them in a little bit so it's easier to take off the springs in front so the pipe's not wiggling on you when you're pulling on the springs. So now let's get our spring pullers and pull off the springs. So let's begin pulling off the springs off of the pipe. After you have got both springs off of the hooks, now you can take off the two 10mm that you loosened up and be able to take off the pipe now. So this is how you take off all of the plastics and a pipe off of a 79 Yamaha YZ 400. Thanks for watching part 2 of restoring a Yamaha YZ 400. Make sure to check back for more videos.